Hey guys, this is Rick. I hope you're having a great day. Okay, we are camping once again. Right, we are at Ashen Plains in Dursley, Gloucestershire. And I've got myself here, we've got Damon, and we've got Janie from the Hedge channel as well. She's come to join us, and no doubt you guys will be meeting her a little bit later on, either tonight or tomorrow. It's Friday night at the moment, just doing a little bit of tea. And I'm actually using this van for the first time with the new setup. So we've got the new quite cozy looking little kitchen unit. It's all lit up, and I'm sort of, it's not neat in so much as you can actually see everything that's been stuffed into the cupboards, but it's so much more practical. I've literally only been using this for like 5 or 10 minutes, and straight away I can tell you it is so much more practical than the last one, and I'm just so pleased that I managed to make it, and I think I'm going to be really happy with this design. So I'm going to sit here and get my tea done. It's probably going to be about 20 minutes before it's ready, and then we're going to take a wander over to the main communal hut over there, where I think we're all going to be eating. We've got a nice little log burner in there going. It's nice and warm and cozy over there, and it's quite a chilly night tonight. It's going to go down to about 2 degrees, so it's going to be chilly. I have got the new heater installed and working. So I should be nice and toasty in here, although I'm probably not going to leave the heater running all night. I'll just use it to have a blast to heat the van up before I go to sleep, and then I shall leave it shut off overnight. But yeah, the temperatures over this course this weekend are not going to be too bad. It should be reasonably mild, especially during the day. I mean, at the moment I can actually see my breath, but I could put the heater on now, but I'm not actually feeling that cold. So I'll leave it until I'm actually feeling cold, because it's quite a long startup process. It takes a good sort of 5-6 minutes before it's actually running, and then when you want to shut it off, you're going to need another sort of 5 or 6 minutes for it to wind down, and I think my dinner will be ready by then. So I'll get my tea sorted out, and then we'll see what's what. Well, that was a lovely evening. We just spent most of the evening sat in the little clubhouse there, just the three of us chatting away in front of the fire. Unfortunately, I forgot to bring you with us, so you'll have to meet Janie. Have to meet Janie tomorrow. But that was really nice, and we had some nice food as well, and yeah, really enjoyed it. And I also got to use my table for the first time earlier when I was cooking my dinner. This is excellent. This is really good. It's just the right height, and I'm really chuffed with this table. I'm very pleased with it indeed. I think that was a good move. So we just sat here with the heater running. You can probably hear it in the background there. It's been running for 13 minutes now, and this is one of those cheap Chinese heaters, diesel heaters, and it's performing beautifully. And there's some lovely warm air coming up from the vent there, and it's making this place nice and toasty. And so I'm just about to make my bed up, and then have a good night's sleep. So I will see you in the morning. Well, good morning. It's I think is it 9:48? No, the clocks have gone back, haven't they? So it's 8:48 in the morning. I haven't changed that clock back. I just realised that one up there. One of the good things about coming to a proper camping site where you're not just in a field having to fend for yourself is they've got showers and facilities. So I've just had a nice shower, really warm shower here. I really enjoyed it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like my shower. It's really good, and you know, if I need to have a shower I can do that here, but when you've got facilities, it means that you can have a nice warm shower. You're not using your own resources, so I'm not using up my water, I'm not using up my power to heat it, but also when I've had a shower in there, I can't sort of go in there again until it's dried out, so I have to kind of either leave the doors open and let it dry out, or I have to sacrifice a towel to wipe everything down, and then hope that towel dries out for the next day. which is fine in the summertime, but in the wintertime it can be quite difficult to get things dry once they get wet. But yeah, this is the first time I think I've been away this year where I've actually been able to have a shower out of the van. So that was good. It was a bit of a novelty factor because I'm sort of so used to having showers in here in the mornings. It's just one less clean-up operation that you don't have to do, which is rather good. Right, got to figure out some breakfast. The weather's a bit not brilliant. Let's have a look. Weather's not brilliant. It's very, very windy. See the trees moving. Some more guests last night arrived. I don't know who they are, but they turned up quite late. There's Dave over there, I think, just sorting things out in the place. Yeah, so anyway, right, let me sort out some breakfast and I'll catch up with you if we do anything a little bit interesting. Right, couple of things. First of all, I've got a bowl for this sink. A gentleman by the name of Ray very kindly got in touch with me and said, I've got one of these sinks which is identical to the one you've got, and I've managed to find a bowl small enough to fit in it. And he very kindly sent me the I think it was an eBay link, and I actually got it. But the only problem with this is, in order to put the tap down and get the lid down, I had to cut a little bit of a recess out of it, which is absolutely fine. And I just use a core drill on that and then just sawed off the little sticky out bits that were left over. So thank you, Ray, for alerting me to this. Apparently he'd been looking for one for a long time and he managed to track this one down with all the right dimensions. And if you happen to have one of these and you want a bowl, I will leave a link to the eBay listing below. I'm not affiliated with it in any way, and I don't know how many of them they've got left. But if you want a bowl, there's a link below, and obviously when they're gone, they're gone. But thank you, Ray, for letting me know about that, and I've already used it a few times. It's really useful actually. If you don't want to do some washing up, you can actually take it over to the washing up facility in the bowl, which is nice and useful, because I used to have a bit of an issue carrying pots and pans and things that I'd used over to the washing up thing. You know, I used to put them in a carrier bag, and then the carrier bag got all mucky and horrible. But anyway, I have a little bit of a problem. I drew some water last night, just basically for a drink of water, and it tasted absolutely foul. It's got this horrible, sort of almost like a plasticky taste. Now, I'm working on two theories. Let me take you outside. It might be a bit windy, so hopefully my voice is not going to be affected. But what I've done, let's just open that. I have to open that one to open this one. But what I've done is I've actually put a divider in there now between the diesel tank and the water tank, and I've actually sealed the water tank in, so no air contamination can get into. It's actually sealed all the way back and all the way through, so no air contamination can get in to the water zone. But I've still got this horrible plasticky taste. Now, that water has actually been in there for quite a while this divider wasn't there, and I'm wondering if the any diesel fumes have somehow managed to taint the water somehow. I can't sort of see how that's possible, but it might be possible, or it could be these pipes that I'm using. These are supposed to be for water, but I'm not entirely convinced they are of the food grade type. I seemed to be under the impression that they were when I ordered them, but I may have to replace them with the blue food grade ones. That might be a solution. But anyway, for today, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to empty this water out, and I'm going to refill it up from a standpipe and go in there with fresh water, and hopefully that's going to solve the issue for this trip. So I'm going to get on with that now. So I had another theory in regard to why this water tasted so horrible. Basically, I sealed it up with mastic and then I shut it all up, and I think the mastic fumes in the air had somehow found their way into the water. But anyway, I've got a fresh batch of water in there now, and it's much better tasting. So I shall keep an eye on that and make sure that it's not going to be a recurring thing. If it is, then I'll obviously have to address it. But hopefully that's it, problem solved now. Right, not sure if you've noticed over there is another camper van, and that is Myrtle. Oh, here's some people.
Hello, love you.
As you know, this is Damon, and this is Janie.
Yay, Janie.
Janie has come all the way down from Cornwall,
Up.
all the way up from Cornwall. And I've mentioned Janie before. Janie runs the Hedge
I do.
Channel, and you're a food journalist. And
I'm a foodie. I'm a professional eater. Oh, the wasps have found you
Wasps have found me again. Sorry. A professional eater.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes.
That's my kind
Professional greedy guts.
But I want to introduce you to Janie's little camper called Myrtle.
Yes.
Are you going to give us a guided tour? Yes.
Yes. Careful you don't get lost in her. She's like...
She's lovely. She's so clean. So what is Myrtle?
Myrtle is a 1.9 Volkswagen T4 diesel. No turbo. She's very slow. But that's okay. I love her for it. And there she is. So she's all the self-build, built of pallets.
And it's, yeah, made out of pallet wood. This is where you do your foodie videos from.
So my GoPro goes up here. I sit over there and I cook feasts there.
Excellent.
One pot camper van recipes.
Oh. I think the bee. Was that a wasp again?
It was a wasp. Yeah, he's still around your back.
He's after me aftershave. That's what it is. So wow, I love your seating arrangement. It's really cool.
Oh yeah, it works really well.
Off. So I'm being attacked by a wasp here.
There he is.
He's back again.
Yeah, he does like you.
Yeah. Well, at least it's not a hornet. It was a hornet at the last place.
I saw that video. That was real
That was terrifying. So this is so cool. It's got such character.
Yeah,
I love it.
She works really, really well for us. And everybody's needs are different, aren't they? But for us, this layout works so well. Really, really good.
And she's comfortable to sleep in as well. Obviously makes up a bed as well.
Yeah,
and
full double. Yeah. Actually, she's bigger than our bed at home.
Oh really?
Bizarrely, yeah.
Oh awesome.
Yeah.
Oh wow. That's really good. You got your little lights on.
Oh, you want some fairy lights?
Got your little got to put your little lights on.
We can do that. Grab the little remote.
Oh, it's a remote controlled fairy lights. Oh, there you go. You got your little lights on as well now. All the way around. So that's so cool. So you're going to be doing any cooking videos while you're here?
Might be. Actually, let's just give a little shout out to these guys. Shine for Shelterbox. Do you know Shelterbox, the charity?
No, I've not heard of them.
They're based down in Cornwall. It's an international charity, and they provide tents and camping gear for families that have lost everything.
Oh wow.
In disasters.
Right.
So Shine for Shelterbox is a thing they do every November where we cook a meal for our friends.
Ah.
Which is really cool.
You actually had one of those lights, didn't you?
Yes,
yesterday?
I do. Yes. Yeah, it's charging up the front there.
Oh, okay, excellent. Yeah, little inflatable lights.
Yeah,
cool.
They're really cool, really good.
Is there a link for that? I can put a link. I'll put a link below the video for that.
Shelterbox are a wonderful charity. They're one of the 2 charities that I support. Yeah, very cool.
Just admiring your cooker. I've never actually seen a cooker like this before.
Okay.
All the ones I've seen for campers are all like stainless steel. I've never actually seen a...
okay. Yeah, it took me ages to find that one, and the reason I went for that is because it was narrow, and obviously we don't have much room here.
Right.
So that's the narrowest one I could find, and it works really well. It's a lovely stove.
Now, right now, you're going to be having people screaming at the screen. You're going to set your seats alight.
Yeah, we got a little magic trick.
There's a little trick for this.
Don't panic, Mr. Mannering.
Apparently, that's quite rare as well for a Volkswagen
T4. Yeah, apparently it is. Yeah.
Excellent. So
no, it works well.
So all right, well, I'll leave a link below to Janie's channel as well, and I recommended it before, and everybody that I sent over there came back to me and said it was a really good channel.
Sweet.
They really like it.
That's cool. Thank you.
And basically, you do like one pot recipes, don't you?
Yeah.
Which is perfect for camping because obviously you don't want to, have lots of washing up and everything.
No, we hate washing up around here.
Yeah.
Hate it.
Yeah. So there we go. So that's Myrtle. Let's have a quick look on the outside. The bodywork is immaculate.
Yeah, not bad. That's probably 18 months, 2 years old now.
Yeah, because you had a lot of renovation work done.
Yeah, full restoration. We had all the arches cut out. A new sliding door on. Yeah, there was quite a lot.
But
quite a lot of
it
work.
looks brand new. It's amazing.
She's filthy, but that's the M5 for you.
Lovely.
No, she's beautiful. I love her.
She's got personality. This one. Yeah.
The van or me?
Yeah, both. Both.
Yeah, I love her. She's fab.
250,000 miles on the clock. 23 years old. Look how immaculate it is. It's just totally clean. No rust. Wheel arch is absolutely all intact. Really, really impressive. So, and did you had the paint put on as well, didn't you? Yeah. Yeah.
It's really hard choosing a colour.
I suppose it is.
Have you ever had a respray?
No, but I can imagine.
It's like a huge responsibility. That's why I went two-tone, because I couldn't decide. And I think T4s, it just works really well with the shape of them.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
lovely.
Yeah, you almost got this natural line all the way around.
It does make it look like an ice cream van.
I like the fact they've gone inside as well, because a lot of resprays they sort of end
stop,
there.
don't they?
Yeah.
No, it was
you got that wasp.
I don't mind them at all.
Really?
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Okay. Well, you're braver than I am. Oh, it's only a little baby one. He wants to land. He's landed in your hair. Really? Seriously? That's They're obviously like. He's trying to land on me now.
He is on you.
He is on me. They're obviously a lot braver in Cornwall than we are up here in the south.
Wow.
He's landed on my. He's on my hand. What do you want? What do you want? Go away.
Some sugar. Should we give him some sugar?
Go. Sugar. Right, I thought I'd give this a little try outside in the wind. It's quite a windy day. You can probably see the trees behind me are swaying about like crazy. And I've got the Rode Video Micro on the top of the Canon M50, and I'm just curious to see how the sound is, whether you got wind noise. I mean, the Rode Video Micro has a big wind shield on it, big fluffy thing. So I'm hoping I'm going to be able to be outside and video log with this without the wind interfering, which is a problem with the GoPro. If I'm vlogging with the Hero 4 GoPro, the wind noise, as soon as the wind gets anywhere near it, it just blocks all the sound out. It's pretty rubbish. So this kind of gets over that hurdle, although it hasn't got the image stabilization that the GoPro has, and in so much as the GoPro's on the gimbal, whereas this is literally handheld on a little mini tripod. So there are some advantages to using the GoPro, and there are some advantages to using this particular video camera, which is the Canon M50. And of course I get the shallow depth of field, so my van is a little bit blurry in the background, but hopefully I'm quite sharp. So I thought I just wanted to try that out. I'm also trying to get to terms with the shutter speed, because if your shutter speed is a little bit too low, my actions, hopefully my hand is moving smoothly, but if I've got the wrong shutter speed, then my hand is going to be like a bit stuttery. So at the moment I'm on 1/500th of a second on an f3.5, and I've got auto ISO. Now if I change the ISO to, where are we, 640, yeah, that's about 640 here, which is fine, but indoors it was right up to 3200, so yeah, so anyway, I'm going to put that back to auto. What you like, where are we, there we go, put that back, auto, there we go. So yeah, indoors it's going to be a little bit more grainy on this camera because of the higher ISO. The higher the ISO, the more grainy it is. But that's something I can't really change. But there we go. Anyway, I'm going to go inside and we're going to do a thing. Let's see if the auto ISO. There we go. Look, it brings up the brightness, but it makes it more grainy. So, but I've still got, apart from the windswept hair, still got me sharp and blurry background. Yay! You alright, Damon?
Freezing out there.
Yes.
Cheers. Cheers. Oh, it's not focus. There we go. Cheers.
What do you like?
Janie just made me a nice cup of coffee. AeroPress coffee, no less.
Right, I've left my my van door open for quite a while we were sat in Damon's van chatting, and it's filled it up with leaves. So I'll have to brush it out in a bit. But we're going to go and set up. Ooh, just shut that. We're going to go and set up some green screen in the building, and I think we're going to start filming Damon's Christmas video. He's got a plan. I'm not quite sure what the plan is, but I think it involves a bit of singing, which is going to be fun and games. Hello, look, he's got a ladder and everything.
Love you.
So that's a big ladder. I'm filming on the EOS M50 at the moment because the GoPro is charging up. So hopefully you can see okay. I'll have to put you somewhere. That's nice and warm in here. The fire's going. We were sat in here last night around the fire. That was lovely. Right, I'm going to sit this over here on a little tripod. I forgot to bring a tripod with me. But I've got this little Manfrotto thing that sort of works. Right. Are you going to hang the green screen up in the middle, or are we going to have it at one end? Back wall over there. Back wall. The idea is you get a perfect cutout of yourself and you can stick it on the
much was lunch, Jamie?
Can't remember. Don't drop it.
I don't know. There might be some hose advice.
Yeah, you look stiff. Bend limbs, remember? You know, you don't, how does a man's... Well, that's quite in character, actually.
What?
I don't know. The hand on the hip thing, it doesn't look...
The hand on the hip thing?
It doesn't... It kind of actually looks quite in keeping.
It doesn't look a bit swashbuckly.
Well, you look quite swashbuckly, darling. I don't know if that's intended.
Now that was fun. We've just done a little bit of a photo shoot in the hall. We've got all the green screen out. Now originally we were going to be doing Damon's Christmas video, but the thing is he'd planned it for 6 people. There were actually going to be 6 people camping here with us over this weekend, but unfortunately 3 people couldn't make it. So we were going to try to do it with just the 3 of us here, but it just wasn't going to work. We sort of had a little go, but it just wasn't clicking, wasn't working. So in the end, I said, well, look, while we've got the green screen up, can I get some new photo shots of Ned, my LARP character, because I bought my my Ned outfit here. So we just had a cracking time getting all these amazing shots. And I don't know if you remember me telling you, I probably mentioned it several times, that Damon has this just remarkable ability to get really good photographs. Well, I'm so pleased with some of the results that come out. They're so good. I mean, he spent a lot of time, like, you know, getting the lighting just right and everything. But I was just really impressed at the shots that he was able to get in this room with this bit of green screen. And originally the green screen was going to be for, like I say, the videoing, but you can use green screen for photographs as well. So that means I can put these green screen shots onto any background I want. You know, hopefully I can, when I get home, I'm going to work with them in Photoshop and see if I can tee some really good pictures out of it. And hopefully you're either seeing examples of that now or they'll appear somewhere in this video. But anyway, I'm going to nip back across to the room where Damon's packing up at the moment. The wind has picked up like crazy. We were expecting it. It's a bit stormy and it's very, very dark out there. But anyway, I'm going to go and help Damon clear up, and then I'm going to come back and make a bit of tea, and then we'll probably spend the rest of the evening across there in the building, because it's quite cold out here, but it's nice and toasty in there. So anyway, I'll see you in a second. Okay, grubs up. So Chip's got a little bit, I shook them a little too vigorously in the ridge monkey, so they got a bit broken up. Yeah. And what have we got here?
So this is,
wow,
those what are they called? Corn.
Rick likes them. No, those
Corn
Lincolnshire sausages.
Okay, yeah.
Fried cabbage and butter.
Wow.
Splash of soy sauce.
Oh my God, that looks awesome. Excellent. Right.
Oh, and quick plug, Cornish sea salt.
Because apparently it's the best.
It's the best.
Yeah. And we've got the gin cream liqueur as well as some Bailey Harvey's. Right, we're going to eat. Have fun. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Love ya.
Don't you start at all. Wow, that is seriously going some. So I don't think I've ever seen it going that violently before. I can feel the heat from here. I can't hold the camera any closer or it'll melt.
It's a bit like those American boiler systems you see in the basements, and that with the two sort of sides like that.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Horror films.
Yeah, the horror films, yeah. We just sat here enjoying some pudding. My Michelin star Devonshire custard with sultanas and crushed up hobnobs, which of course the crushed up hobnobs were Janie's idea.
You're obsessed.
You're a genius. That's basically crushed up hobnobs as opposed to apple crumble stuff. It's like instant crumble, really nice.
They're getting hot. I think that bag must be getting hot.
I think that's kind of got like.
Yeah, should we all go and sit back down there?
Yeah, I was going to say we're all starting to cook now. We have to move really far back.
I'm very concerned about that glass.
Yeah, I've never seen one go that fast before. Oh, I just noticed you got those thins.
You've just nearly been out 2 nights.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to try one on there just to see. That might get me my next Michelin star, you know. You never know. Jenny reckons I could have a Michelin star for this. Oh, there we go. That was another pleasant evening that we spent in the communal room, chatting away. Had a lovely roaring fire going. Really, really enjoyable. The wind's really picking up outside now, and there's quite a storm going on. Lots and lots of wind around. I think it's going to start raining a bit later tonight as well. Which I kind of quite like when I'm camping. I like the sound of the rain on the roof. With the wind as well, it's hopefully going to be nice and cosy here in the van. I've just got the heater on. I've just fired it up. Just going to let that tick over on low, just to keep the chill off. And it was about 10:30ish at the moment. I might spend just sort of half an hour, maybe doing a bit of reading or writing or something, and then I'm going to chill out and go to sleep for the night, and then we're all off home tomorrow morning. and Jane is going to go off back to Cornwall. It's a 5-hour drive. Well, it was a 5-hour drive here, although it was quite busy, so hopefully she can get back a bit quicker tomorrow. But I think she's heading off sort of about 10ish, so I'll have to make sure I'm up to see her off in the morning. But yeah, it's been really enjoyable. So I've really enjoyed this weekend. It was great to meet Janie. We've had some nice food as well. She cooked us up some. It was quite simple. It was basically cabbage and broccoli cooked in butter with a little bit of soy sauce, and some of these little vegetarian sausages. And it was incredibly tasty. It was so nice. So I've written the recipe down, and I'll be making that again in future. Might even make a video on it at some point. Looks like it's been raining overnight. It's quite damp out there. Well, good morning. It's Sunday morning, and I've just had a nice sleep for most of last night. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. I think Janie is going to be heading off about 10. Because she's got quite a long journey ahead of her. She's got to go back to Cornwall. Oops. So I'm going to get up and have a bit of breakfast. But when I was putting this bed away, it reminded me that I needed to say thank you to everybody who left comments on a previous video where I was asking for tips and advice on how to make Velcro stick to the back of these cushions in order for these cushions not to keep falling over every time I went round a corner. And ooh, as you can see, ooh, they're stuck on now. The one I went for, I had all sorts of different suggestions from all types of different glues to, yeah, you're going to have to stitch it, to hot glue. Now I happen to have a hot glue gun, and so I tried sticking it on with a hot glue gun, and it is perfect. There's absolutely no way that that is going to pull off, even under pressure from being pulled away from the Velcro that's screwed to the wall. And so that's now cured the problem, and so every time I go on a journey now, these stay upright, which is really handy, because when I've got a throw, that I put on top of it to cover up this dowdiness, but I like to tuck the throw in at the back and then tuck it in underneath, so it sort of looks a little bit fitted. The problem is, if I've got the throw on and these things fall over, it's a real pain to put it all back again, because it all gets all rucked up and everything. But I mean, if that's all I've got to worry about in life, then life's pretty good, isn't it? Anyway, right, I'm going to figure out some breakfast, and I'll get back to you if anything interesting happens.
Took my light off last night before I went in, so I thought, forget.
Oh yeah, yeah. I got my checklist.
Right.
There's a whole bunch of things I've got to do before I drive off. I've got to take my light off. I've got to take my exhaust pipe off. You haven't seen my exhaust pipe, have you? I'm going to show my exhaust pipe now. Yeah, we'll go around the back of the van and I'll show my exhaust pipe. There it is. It's just, yeah, it's just pushed on, yeah. But it just silences everything. But then when I'm done, I'll just take it off. But if I drive away, that'll fall off quite easily.
Yeah, mine's just all sloppy in there, so I can't use it.
Well, mine was. I just squeezed that up.
Right, okay.
Just squeeze it tight, and then it stays in place.
Oh, I'll try that then.
Yeah, just have us a thin material.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that makes a big difference.
Yeah, it's just enough to hold it. That's all it needs.
Yeah. When it's actually running, though, that makes a big difference. Massive difference.
Yeah. Yeah. It's without it, it's really noisy on the outlet. But yeah, you put this on, it's quiet. It's really good. But yeah, I've got this checklist that I put in my across the clock on my dashboard, so that I go through this checklist to make sure everything's been removed. Like this light, for example, it's got to come off. Ooh. Otherwise, although to be honest, I reckon if I drove home with that on, it would still be there. I think it's, hey? I've got a leaf right underneath it. I'll let that dry out there. Oops. Cool. I'm waiting for this to dry out before I pack it away, but to be honest, I don't think that's going to happen before I go away. Oh, these little gnats everywhere. So I think what I'll do is I'll chuck this into the back of the van last thing, maybe even into the shower cubicle, and it can dry out on its own, because I fold this up, and then this now lives above the cab in a little letterbox area, which I've now covered over in grey felt. Actually, I haven't shown you that, have I? This thing up here, if I get the torch, it's a bit messy, but I actually covered it over in the grey felt, and I now no longer have the excess moisture issues going on, because this type of material, it just will not allow moisture to condensate. So that's a really good fix. So I'm just keeping my wellies up there, and then this area is just purely for this silver screen. Once that's up there, I can't really get much more in there. But another little trick that I've got, my little torches here. I use these like clips that you can get different sizes, and they're really handy for little torches. So how cool is that? So Jane's just getting ready to go off home. Oh, bikers.
Scrambler. Right, chaps. No. Azovsky. Mr. Damon.
No, don't go.
Thank you for letting me come and hang out.
Thank you very much for a meal.
You take care. Lovely to have met you.
You too. So cool. Yeah. Such a fun weekend.
Really cool. Really enjoyed it.
He's going to cry.
We got to get together again. He doesn't want to go home. He loved it here.
Yeah.
You had a good weekend.
It's been great.
It's been really good fun.
The hardcore lot here.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So some of us drove 5.5 hours to be here. So Cornwall for the next one.
Yeah, we're definitely going to have to come and visit you in your farm in Cornwall. Yes.
In the meantime, clear your pathway, make a nice road up to the copse, because that's where we want to park.
You better bring some of this down
on
with
the
you.
special copse.
So you know there isn't a track there, it's across the field.
That's right, as long as you keep...
See you! Yeah.
Right, she's gone, bloody hell. Couldn't have dealt with her for another minute.
What are you like? She was
What
great.
A lovely person.
She was so sweet. I like her. Yeah, great. So she's so bubbly.
Yeah.
Brilliant. And she's just like we were saying last night. She's just like how she comes across on the YouTube videos. Yeah. So it's official. YouTube. People appearing on YouTube, the way they come across is generally everybody we've met so far has been. Is that her?
Yeah.
Yeah. Has been exactly how they come across on a YouTube video. They've been like that in real life. So I think that's going to be our future barometer, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I hope she comes again to her thing.
Yeah, that'd be so cool.
Go down to the farm as well.
We've
good.
Definitely got to go. She's got a farm in Cornwall. We've definitely got to go down and visit.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. Right, suppose we've got to think about a bit of breakfast and then maybe head home.
So maybe another cup up before we go and then go.
Yeah, I think so. So right, I'm going to go and sort some breakfast out. We're going to eat in the communal hall.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll see you in there in, I don't know, 5, 10.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Right.
Put yourself some stuff up then.
Okay.
Bye. Good night.
Got some more campers with us, look, over there. When it's wet outside, I like to take my shoes off when I come in here, basically just to keep this as clean as I can. But I think that there are these mats you can get that are sort of carpet, but they've got rubber underneath and around the edges. And I might see if I can get a mat that'll be that size, and because it'll just be a little bit cozier. And also, ooh, I've got a print there. Also, I need some sort of run, carpety type run along here. So I might need to get hold of a bit of carpet or something, or a rug or something, because obviously if you're in your socks on this floor, even though the floor's insulated, during the winter it's still a little bit on the cold side, so some sort of carpet would be nice. I think I'll look into that ready for the next trip. So let's have a look what we're going to go for breakfast. I think I'm going to cheat, and I'm going to have, because I've got a nice long journey ahead of me, so I think I'm going to have like this is pretty much an all-day breakfast. They do two types. There's the full Monty and the all-day breakfast, and I think they're almost the same. I think there's just a few subtle differences. So rather than actually cook up, what we got in here? Although I have got a stew, vegetable stew there. Although I think I'll have that tonight when I get home. Just don't fancy that for breakfast. I've got eggs, but I just don't fancy them either. Or frozen chips and burgers. No, I'm not going to do those for breakfast. That would just be wrong. So, okay, the full Monty it is then. So, one saucepan, one of those. That goes in there. Bit of heat. 5 minutes later, got myself a nice meal. Right, that's pretty much it for this this weekend away. We just had a nice little conversation in Dan's van. We've just been sat here for about 2 hours just chatting with a coffee and putting the world to rights like you do. And I'm just packing up. Everything's starting to get a bit clearer now. Still got to take the front thing off. I'm going to leave that till the last minute and I'll just chuck it in the back here. Yeah, all the shelves are now empty and they've been packed away. And I've just got the camera bag to go, and then I've got to put my LARP gear down in the passenger footwell, and that's it, ready to go. So I'm going to sign off from this video. We'll say cheerio to Damon as well. So how are you getting on?
Not too bad.
Good. He's packing away as well. We're going to go.
Sorted, yeah.
So excellent.
Sneak peek.
Oh yeah, sneak peek. Sneak peek at Downsville. Yes, I was forbidden for filming this, but I got a bit on camera and he doesn't mind me showing it. So, but you've basically documented everything you've done, haven't you? And you're going to be putting it up.
Not everything, no, because
No?
I wanted to do it so quickly so we could go and do these camps.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
haven't filmed a lot of it. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh well.
I
Well,
have
some of it.
filmed a lot. There's still a lot more to come, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Excellent. Right. So we're going to say cheerio to Damon.
Bye.
I'm going to say thanks for watching. Have a great rest of the day, and I'll catch up with you again in a future video, hopefully very soon. Till then, take care.